Parents, three mistakes that keep your adult child away. What's going on, everybody? I'm Aaron Real Talk here. And today I want to talk about something that might be hard to hear for parents. Let's get into it. Not because you're a bad parent, first and foremost, let me start off by saying that. Not because everything is your fault, but because sometimes we can do things with good intentions that actually make estrangement worse. Learn from my mistakes, y'all. And before somebody jumps in the comments, no, this is not about taking all the blame. If you follow me on social media, you know I don't believe in that. This is about looking at the things we can control and looking at ourselves in the mirror. Because if you're watching this, chances are you want peace again. You want healing, right? You want your family back. That's what you're looking for right now. So let's talk about three mistakes that can keep your adult child further away. And number three is the one I see parents doing all the time without even realizing it. All right, so let's get into it, guys. Let's talk about it. Mistake number one, and this is the one I struggle with the most, which was chasing. I know why you do it. You miss them. You love them. You miss them. You love them. You wake up every day wondering if they're okay. So what do? You call. You text. You send them emails trying to check in on them. You send messages through family, through friends, anybody checking up on your adult child. You reach out on birthdays. You reach out on holidays. You reach out on Mother's Day, Father's Day, any holiday that you can think of, you reaching out on. And before long, every interaction becomes another attempt to get a response. So your happiness depends on if they respond. Now, hear me clearly. Loving your child is not the mistake. We will forever love our children. Wanting a relationship is not the mistake. The mistake is believing that if you just try harder, they'll finally come back. I've talked to parents who send messages every week for years, and never hear back from their adult child. And every unanswered message becomes another wound. Understand that. At some point, what started as love becomes desperation. And desperation pushes people away. You cannot chase someone into a healthy relationship. You can't convince somebody to value you. You can't make somebody miss you. And sometimes the most loving thing you can do is step back and let silence do what your words cannot. That doesn't mean you stop loving them. It means stop chasing them. What I had to learn through my own situation with estrangement was the more and the more I chase, the more control I gave to my adult child. Because when you continue to chase and you continue to do everything that you can to find out what they're doing, to see them, to speak with them, you're showing them, I'm willing to do whatever it takes just to have you respect me. And you don't want that. You do not want that. You don't want that type of relationship. Mistake number two, refusing to look in the mirror. Now, this one is hard because when your child cuts you off, the natural reaction is to focus on everything they did wrong. The disrespect, the lies, all of that, the influence of other people, right? All of that, the hurt that they caused. And trust me, I understand that. I really do. But let me tell you something. That happened in my own life. When my child became estranged from me, one of the things she said that stuck with me was, "Dad, you talk too much and you don't listen enough." Man, that hurt. That hurt because in my mind, I was being a good father. I know I was a good father. I wasn't trying to control her at all. I wasn't trying to ruin, or I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to run her life. I was trying to help. I was trying to protect her. I was trying to fix things before they got worse. I was trying to solve every problem that came my way. But what I learned was that good intentions and good results are not the same thing. Not the same thing. Looking back, I can admit that I was a helicopter parent at times. I was. If there was a problem, I wanted to jump in and solve it immediately. If there was a crisis, I wanted to solve it immediately. If there was a decision to make, I wanted to help figure out. I wanted to help figure it out. That's what I thought fathers were supposed to do. That's what I thought. But my daughter didn't always need a solution. Sometimes she needed a listener. Sometimes she needed understanding. And sometimes she needed me to sit in the discomfort and hear what she was saying instead of trying to fix what she was feeling. That doesn't mean everything she believed about me was true. And it doesn't mean everything was my fault. But it does mean there were things I needed to work on. There were things I needed to hear. And there were things I needed to change. See, growth doesn't happen when we spend all our time defending ourselves. You cannot grow. Growth happens when we are willing to ask, is there any truth in what they're saying? Not all of it, right? Not all of it. Not even most of it. But is there a piece of it I need to pay attention to? That's my question for y'all. And that's a hard question because accountability feels uncomfortable. But healing requires honesty. And a lot of us parents struggle with that. And one of the strongest things a parent can say is, one of the strongest things, I wasn't perfect. Not because you're taking all the blame, but because you matured enough to recognize that nobody gets parenting 100% right all of the time. And when we're willing to look honestly at ourselves, we give ourselves a chance to grow. One of the biggest things I've seen from parents is what we struggle at. We have this complex. What we say is right, right? Everything we say, everything we do is right. A lot of us are stubborn. I'm going to put my hands up. I'm stubborn, right? A lot of us are stubborn. A lot of us are set in our ways. We're set in our ways. And I say this because I talk to a lot of parents, and a lot of parents tell me all the time, Aaron, it's my way or the highway. I'm not changing. I'm not switching anything up. How do you expect to grow? How do you expect? Mistake number 3. Making your entire life about the estrangement. This one almost broke me out because when you're hurting, everything starts revolving around the pain. You stop enjoying life. You stop traveling. You stop laughing. You stop dreaming. You stop living. Every conversation becomes about the estrangement. Every holiday become about the estrangement. Every day becomes about the estrangement. And without realizing it, your child becomes the center of your emotional world. Listen to me carefully. Your child is very important, but they cannot become your entire identity. Because when your entire life revolves around someone's choices, you've handed them a level of power they were never meant to have. I see parents waiting years to be happy. Years waiting for a phone call, a text, waiting for an apology, waiting for closure, waiting for permission to move forward. And while they're waiting, life is passing by. Your marriage still matters. Your health still matters. Your faith still matters. Your friendships still matter. Your purpose still matters. You can love your child deeply and still live a full life. Those two things can exist together. In fact, they must. Because if reconnecting with your child ever happens, you want them to find a parent who is healthy, strong, and growing, living their best damn life. Not someone whose entire world stopped. If you got value out of this video, man, let me know in the comments. I really do appreciate you guys. Which one of these mistakes was the hardest for you to hear? Was it number one, number two, or was it number three? You guys make sure you like, share, and follow. And remember, this isn't about blame. This isn't about shame. This is about healing. Because the goal is it isn't just getting your child back. That's not the goal. The goal is becoming whole, whether they come back or not. My name is Aaron Real Talk, and I appreciate you rocking with me. And until next time, thank you guys. Protect your peace.